Well. It's been a while, guys, hasn't it? So I guess to move forward, we need to move back. So the last time we probably would have spoken would have been just after we sold the house. Goodbye Midnight HQ. And so I guess the update, if there's much of an update, but the update is as follows. The plan was to move in with my in-laws for 6 months and then find a new house to buy when the market had settled down a little bit. We ended up being at my in-laws for about a year in total, plus some change, I guess maybe a couple of months after that as well. So it was a bit, look, I like to have my own space to work on cars and tinker and things like that. I didn't really have that there, which is not their fault. Obviously it's their house, and I'm kind of just a guest. So it was really hard to do anything, to make any videos or to really do much in the way of tinkering with the cars whilst I was there. So I apologise profusely for that. That being said, I now have a new house and videos will be more frequent. However, there's a couple of hiccups within this whole equation, and I will start by showing you this quick clip here. Alright, that sound you heard may have sounded like the starter, it may have sounded like the battery. It wasn't any of those. A really shitty situation. Basically, what happened was the car ended up getting towed to the mechanic to have a look at it. Basically, they've said something in the bottom end let go. I haven't had it stripped down or anything like that because I just haven't had the financial capacity to be able to do that. But it rotates one way 90 degrees and then rotates the other 90 degrees before locking up. There's nothing. We put on a new timing belt and everything else like that, and absolutely nothing. So we can't even compression test or anything like that. It doesn't appear to be overheated, or it didn't appear that it overheated and obviously warped the block and it seized or anything like that. It's just one of these things that's happened, and I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place now, because to get an engine for that, a replacement engine, I'm looking at about $7,000, if not more. To rebuild my current engine, you're looking at about 10 to 15. So my plan is this, right? The plan is to obviously get an engine for the car, and that'll be more than likely a non-turbo engine, RB25D Neo, and basically just put all the turbo bits on it so I can get the car mobile and moving again, so it's not sitting at the mechanics or the crash repairers anymore, or not crash repairers but the panel beaters anymore. The rationale behind that is that I can pick up a non-turbo engine for about $3,000 as opposed to the 7 or 5 to 7 all the way up to like 9, depending on where you're trying to get it from. And that's me searching across the whole of Australia, not just Adelaide or South Australia. It's a pretty shitty situation, and obviously you guys can see the videos up at the moment of the engine out of the car, and obviously me going through the car, you can see it's got no engine. So I'm kind of stuck there at the moment. The MR2 also had a massive engine failure. It basically was leaking out of every single seal available, so that car's off the road too. I'm currently driving my mum and dad's GS300 Lexus, which they're not using. I threw on some Nissan Stager wheels, which were painted black because modifications are life, and obviously a pod filter. It's running a 2JZ non-turbo, so the car is actually a non-turbo Aristo from Japan, for lack of a better word. It's a pretty comfy car. It's it's got a little bit of power, but nothing major. I do have new content coming soon, something I'm really excited about sharing with you guys. However, time is not on my side, and I'm struggling to keep up with everything at the moment. So look, that's it from me, guys. I'll keep you posted with what's happening with the Skyline. I won't leave you in the lurch again. Thank you to everyone who's obviously still stayed a subscriber or joined recently. Appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.